Hi, I'm Brandy Linfanti with Spectrum Automotive Holdings, and joining me today is John Lieber, Vice President of Sales at Cars Protection Plus. Hi, John.
Hi, Brandy. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you
Fantastic.
today?
I'm fantastic.
Good. We're just going to have a conversation about why tone and body language matter in sales. So, John, you have a saying, and I want to understand what you mean when you say it's not what you say, but how you say it. And sometimes it's not how you say it, but what you say.
I say things to help people think or remember. And so, I have these, and some of my team call them Johnisms, and we've all experienced, right? You say something to somebody over and over and over again, and somebody else comes in and says it, and they go, "Oh, I get it." And you're like, "Really?" So again, it's just that way of kind of thinking and having a little bit more thought about walking into a scenario, how you say things, what you say, when you say it. I think sometimes people want to say things all the time, like they feel like that expedience is necessary, and sometimes it's not.
So, why do you think tone and delivery can sometimes matter more than words do?
When you have a tone, maybe a little bit more empathetic, because it's a hard question or hard conversation, or you need to be assertive, but you need to have a different tone. So it matters a lot, and I think not enough people understand the nuances of tone, or messaging, or even facial expressions or body language, especially if it's a tough message, right? You got to be able to deliver tough messages with empathy, understanding, the situation, but not feeling the situation. I'm very reflective when I have conversations with people. As a matter of fact, any time I have to have a tough conversation, I spend a lot of time thinking through how I would deliver it and how I would react to the message that I'm delivering. Because I think it's important to have that kind of consideration and concern for the other person as much as you have for yourself. So
How can our personal outlook or mood affect the way others perceive what we're saying?
that's a big question, right? Because it's a lot to unpack. Because again, I don't think we take into account how we feel, or you have to have a conversation that you don't want to have or that somebody does want to have, and you may be frustrated, and that may carry into it with your body language and your facial expressions. I think that's one of the most important things we, as leaders, as salespeople, as professionals, as human beings, should do more of. Because a lot of times we go into a situation tense, angry, frustrated, unhappy, worried about something, and we bring all that in and we deliver it with our tone, our face, our body expression. So it's important to understand your mindset when you walk into